Serkes, and Carol is in back. You met her when you come in, and we're the hosts of The Art of Downsizing. Gary Faber is a stager, and what he does is creates value. And the thing that I love about what Gary does is you go into the house, and it feels like you can live there.
My name is Gary Faber. My company is called Nurture Source Designs. I've been in business for 11 years. This last year, we did our 800th home in this 11-year period. We specifically did 85 homes in 2014. I absolutely love what I do. I've never met a house I don't fall in love with. And my people are just, my company is a little HD TV-like, where you see these, flip this house or whatever, you see these people going in and doing all this work. It's a little like that because I can do most home transformations in a 3-week period, and that includes painting and floors and all the things to do to upgrade kitchens and bathrooms and whatever it is. So I call the prep, the work done prior to staging, preparing your home. So that's the prep work. That does take the 3-week period. The actual staging happens in 1 day. It doesn't matter the size of the home. We will load up the moving trucks and bring staging furniture in and stage it in 1 day. Photos are the next day. So by pushing this button, it'll go to the slideshow. I'm a visual person. That's really where I live. And, but I do, this logo, I drew this icon years ago, and it really is light, space, color, vision. It's all about light, space, color, vision. So we're going to go to the first one. So I list... Okay, sorry. So I list my company. I'm pretty loud. So this is in Berkeley. This is an after photo, but the next one is the before of what happened before. We work on landscaping. We change colors. I don't necessarily paint the whole house. I only painted the trim in this home, but really gave it a new front yard. And then this is also this is a before shot. The floors were in beautiful shape, but you'll see me paint bricks. I know some people say, oh no, don't do that, but it really modernizes the buyers of these homes. This is the kitchen, very old style, and then we simply transformed it with modern cabinetry. Those are linoleum floors, new lighting, and paint, color. Color is the most amazing thing. And a bathroom upstairs, very old tile. And we just went in and just did a major, now notice even the subway tile, it's more vertical, it's a much more modern, contemporary use. This is a beautiful home, Ira and Carol Serkes listing here in Berkeley. And this was a master bedroom, and it was just very strong, saturated colors. And so we tend to lighten the colors and then add appropriate furniture. I'm really turning a house into a home. This was their living room that was just kind of, still had things, the before shot. But then we come in and we just try to make it, I make the home appealing to the largest group of buyers that we can possibly think of. It's not, the designs are not meant for any one type of person. I'm not an interior designer. I am a designer focused on the buyers of homes. And I don't know exactly who that is. This is a beautiful home near Claremont Hotel. This is an after photo. This was the before shot. We trimmed the trees in the front to see more of the home. If you see more of the home, it looks bigger. And then the after shot, and many of the photos are twilight shots. I call them the sexy shots. And this was the backyard of this home, and we worked a lot on the landscaping, but then we just add it's light and furniture. You don't have to do a lot. Many times we're taking away things rather than adding things to a home. This was a before shot of there are 2 master bedrooms in this home. I'm using more contemporary style furnishing. Buyers today are, I call 35 something. And this is a beautiful mid-century. I love mid-century, is my favorite. And so this was a before shot of it, and how in the after shots we just kind of make it I brought the living room outside, very see-through, open, everybody it's all fenced in, so it was a beautiful, beautiful home to work on. And I'll do things that were very 50s. You'll see certain things that I remove. The floors are refinished, the paint, there's new lights, then it gets staged. But we're doing this over and over again. Now here there's wood paneling. I will keep that because it's really something classic and traditional to the home. So I'll keep it yet modernize it at the same time. It's really making it more appealing to the buyer profile in today's market. They're very different buyers than 20 years ago, or 40 years ago, or whenever. It's just very different. So this one got stuck. Anyhow. I'll press. Oh, there, I must be it. So I just wanted to give a quick, a lot of people say, why do I need the stage? I get these questions a lot. In my experience, after this many homes, the staging is really ultimately, it creates this kind of alive space that when somebody walks into the home, it is alive. It's like somebody lives here. But most important, it makes for great photographs. In the day of the internet, those buyers will give 15 seconds of their attention to look at a home. And if they don't like the photos they see, they may not even come to the home to see it. So we stage to make for a living environment and for great photographs. I want to know if anybody here has any questions. Yes, you, very fast.
A sense of what this costs, but taking that small house, what would that cost and then larger? What are we looking at?
I usually break it down to two things. There's just the staging cost. To stage, let's say a home is all ready, everything is ready, that can range anywhere from $2,500 to $7,500 to stage a home. It's usually for a specific period of time. There are many staging companies. My staging rates are competitive with other staging companies. It's just all that. What my company does different is the preparation side, where we come in and, oh, it needs to be painted. And we have to paint the walls, we have to paint, refinish the floors. I do a lot of updated kitchens. You saw one here. Many times they're not, the kitchen cabinets are not replaced, but the countertops are replaced, the backsplash, the lights. Some of the things that buyers do not like are the old tiled countertops in a kitchen where they're tile on top. Grout is just like, nobody wants grout lines. So I'm replacing countertops all the time. That can range from, there's really a huge range in there. Anywhere from $10,000 to $75,000. But I don't recommend a thing be done if I don't believe it will create value, because that's my job, is to make the home that beautiful that it creates value. I don't want to suggest doing something if I don't think there's a 3 to 4 times the return. So somebody may see that has an extensive work, they may see a $40,000 proposal to do everything, but I'm proposing that as this is a way of creating $100,000 to $125,000 of value in the home. Because if it's not going to create value, I don't want to do it. I feel like that's my job, is to create value and to make these beautiful photographs. Yes?
Do you wait for the house to sell before you take the money?
Before I take?
Before you get paid?
It varies. I do a variety of things. Some people pay ahead of time, some people pay during the process, and some people pay at the end of the process at closing. It just depends on the situation. So the question was, I've heard a lot about renovation realtors. And it's a real estate franchise out of San Diego that, my understanding, they're both real estate licensed and general contractor licensed. And then they will actually loan the money to kind of renovate the home. Go to the website and go to my website and really let me know what you think.
That's a good answer.
Yes. It does not have to be completely empty. It's best to be empty. And I've had some people say, well, can I use some of my furniture? And I've done this. I've done it what I call partial staging. I will work with the seller's furniture and integrate my own. In the long run, that'll feel like you're moving twice, because you're going to have to move things out half out the first time and half out at the end of the day. It's easier to really have the home vacant. I can work on it more quickly, and everything happens quick. And at the end of the day, when it sells, I mean, sometimes of the 85 homes I did last year, 40% were cash closings, all cash, and I get the call real fast from Ira that says, you got to remove the staging 2 days. It's like that fast. So there's a reason to have it vacant. Yes?
Do you do homes only in Berkeley?
No, I'm mostly East Bay, Berkeley, Albany, Kensington, El Cerrito, Oakland. I've done a few in San Francisco, but I love Berkeley. We have, and this whole East Bay, we have the most amazing homes here. No two are alike. Is it better to sometimes leave the kitchen, the way it is, and so that the new owner, the buyer can renovate it themselves? My experience, it is not, and it's only because the buyer profile, in my experience, is 2 jobs, kids or no kids, busy life, they don't have time to do that, and they're usually very happy. I tend to be very current with market trends on the type of countertops, the type of backsplash lighting. I'm now into LED lighting. I'm really getting into, I keep very current. So these things really work. And it also, that act of updating the kitchen creates a huge amount of value at the end of the day. So $10,000 in a kitchen can create $30,000 to $50,000 in market value.
Let's have one more question.
One more question. Yes?
I noticed that you used a lot of neutral colors in,
Yes.
in the homes.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you wanted to use just like one color for the walls and one for the ceiling, what would you recommend for that color?
Well, that's hard to say. It's hard to answer that. If there were one color to recommend, like I use a lot of neutral colors. They are more neutral. But for example, I use the Benjamin Moore palette, and there are 111 whites. And that's just not the type of paint either. There's alkaloid-based paints, and I mean it's very, very. So I would say it would be probably an off-white of some kind because what you'll see in the stagings we did, because I don't think this backs up, does it? Yeah. So yeah, a lot of whites. That's actually a gray's very in. Oh my God, gray on walls. That's a very light gray on those walls. That's very in. That was the before. That was more of a beige. Yeah, but neutral colors are. Partly I wouldn't even paint that. Notice the art on the walls. I do hang local art, local artists. I love to do that. It really, I want to support the art world here locally. Some of these shots, the black and whites, are what we call stock staging. But this saturated color in this bedroom, the saturated color of red or whatever it is, it's just too strong and it doesn't photograph as well as the neutral colors. So that's why I do it. So I would just say some off-white and something, it's slightly warm, grays, yellows are out, and tans and grays and just light greens are in. So.